Being a stray animal is hard. Not only do you have to fight for scraps to eat, but finding a place to sleep that's safe is also an issue. For most stray animals, especially cats, surviving out on the street is a near impossible task. However, one little cat decided he was going to beat the odds and show the world he deserved a chance at a better life. Ben, a stray, was found on the streets in Vancouver, Canada, last April. He was cold, in need of some TLC, and seemed to be suffering from some severe medical issues. Poor Ben didn't have a great start to life, starting as a stray and almost ending life in the shelter. Desperate for just a little bit of love and affection, the shelter rescued Ben to be euthanized in the upcoming days due to his health issues. All Ben ever wanted was to be loved by someone who understood how hard life can be, someone who would appreciate some unconditional love in a furry friend. Poor Ben was suffering from a crushed spine as well as facial damage that gave him a permanent frown. Considered to be unadoptable, Ben's time was running out at the shelter. Due to a lack of a health history, the SPCA had no idea what had happened to Ben prior to arriving at the shelter. It was obvious he had a rough life and that he'd never known the comfort of a loving companion. Ben also suffered from facial damage and excess skin, which pulled his face down into a sad expression. Although it was a facial deformity, this poor little cat had nothing to smile about. Life was certainly a cruel joke to Ben. As the days went by, Ben's condition continued to spiral downward. He refused to eat and stopped drinking before losing the will to move altogether. Ben could feel his time was running out, and the shelter staff realized it too. The news for Ben would continue to get worse. The shelter vet revealed that the chances of Ben walking again were slim to none, and that he would need to be on pain medication for the rest of his life. With no other options, the shelter scheduled Ben to be euthanized. After hearing about Ben through a friend, one woman was determined his life would not end without knowing love. She approached her partner about the suffering kitty, and he agreed that they should do everything they could to help. In a race against time, the couple decided to adopt Ben before even meeting him. However, they had to move quickly due to his approaching euthanization. Thankfully, the loving couple made it in time, completing the adoption paperwork a day before Ben was to be put down. Rescued at last, Ben's life was about to change forever. Love had finally come into his life, and it was a long time in the making.